Hello, Caner Universe, and welcome, Caners Worldwide. Today's topic, the question is by request. What do you say? What are the sound bites when someone asks, why are you carrying a cane? Particularly those that know you to not have an injury or some type of limitation, right? Which is what people normally associate when they see individuals walking around with this tool. And so the way that you answer that depends on who's asking the question. And well, to facilitate and just for simplicity's sake, let's just say that we have two groups: those that you know, like friends and family, and those that are in the position of screening professionally, security personnel. They're just doing their job. So let's talk about who's more likely to ask that, and that's just individuals that you know, and all of a sudden you're new to the cane culture, and they just see you starting to hang around with this. And the first question is, what happened? Well, listen, you can answer that depending on how you feel comfortable. You can say as much or as little as you'd like. I've said everything from, hey, because I can, and that in and of itself prompts it starts a conversation. Let me explain. And you again, people are attracted to the cane and the movement and the culture and the sport and everything about it for different reasons. Yes, of course, the majority may be coming in for self-defense. That may be accurate. A lot of you guys need the cane. You feel better with it ambulating. Others may be coming to it for exercise, combat cane spinning, so it has a sporting aspect to it. In my case, of course, everybody is used to seeing me do this. For instructors, if you're a cane instructor, it just brings the conversation to, they see you with this, hey, why are you carrying that? You can, again, say as much or as little as you like, but remember that if you're following the American Cane Self-Defense System, all roads lead to the no-cost Cane Self-Defense Power Class, where your audience gets the look, listen, and feel. You get an opportunity to demonstrate, and they get to discover the power, the unexpected power of this tool and the range of possibilities with it. You're taking a tool that traditionally has been seen as a crutch, and now it's being presented as a tool of empowerment. And that's very powerful in and of itself. So you know who it is that you're talking to, and it may very well just prompt that a conversation. What we do know about friends and family is that the more you hang around with the tool, the more they get used to seeing you with it, and the more they expect even to see you with it. And then when you don't have it, say, hey, where's your cane? Where's your cane, right? If you don't have it with you. Let me tell you a little bit about the other group, and that is personnel, right? Security personnel that is screening. And guys, they're just doing their job. Now, the law says that they are not allowed to question why it is HIPAA law, for instance. There are laws that are in play that they're not allowed to question and pry into your personal health history, and they know better to ask why you would be hanging around with the tool. That's number one. They're not allowed to do that. They know that, nor does anybody want to shame anyone for an invisible injury. So you don't know the reason why. I may have sciatica. Boy, that's completely, it doesn't show up until my leg gives out, and then, boy, do we really want to remove this cane from an individual. You'll find that at airports now, a lot of times going through security, they will give you a cane that you can go through while they're scanning your tool. By the way, if you're using something like a Raven, hollow tubing, you remove the tip, and it's hollow there, so they want to make sure you're not hiding anything. But less likely that security is going to ask and question why you're carrying that tool. Now, while on the topic, there are things that you shouldn't be doing with this tool that I see even the most experienced caners do all the time. First of all, if you follow us, you know that I tell you there's two ways to carry this tool. You either have it in a standard grip where the horn, this is the horn pointing towards you, or a reverse grip, it's pointing away from you. I'm not in favor of grabbing this like this and walking around the airport or anywhere else like this with this suitcase or lunchbox grip. I'm not in favor of doing that. The cane tip should be making contact with the floor. I don't need to start alerting anybody or mocking security. I got one of these. There's no sense in doing that. That's my personal view and what I teach. The other thing that caners are known to do, particularly those of you that are getting into spinning. Listen, spinning is just fun. If you're new to this and you look up combat cane spinning, it is the fastest growing segment of the whole cane culture, and that is where you're taking this tool and you're maneuvering it in a lot of creative ways, and there's a lot of benefits to it, from fitness to improving all those functional components. So we think it's phenomenal for functional aging. It's brain training, does have self-defense benefits as well. But when you start doing that, what you don't want to do is find yourself waiting in line, and guys, you start maneuvering the cane and you're having a conversation with someone, and it happens. Don't tell me it doesn't happen. It does happen, where you're getting bored and you start maneuvering that cane in such a way that calls attention to itself. It's part of the process of maturing with this tool. And so that is a heads up on something that you don't want to be doing. By the way, going back to the whole concept of security and somebody asking why, somebody who's in a position to screen, we developed something called the mobility device and ambulatory tool. And this is a credit card. It's essentially a credit card. In the back, you have a cane serial number. So what we do with certain models of our wooden canes is we put we engrave it with a serial number that matches here. And what this card says is, well, it has things on there like the Americans with Disability Act of 1990, and it says, my walking cane is approved for use on all forms of public transportation. It comes with the ADA hotline tied into Washington, so that if anybody has questions, anything, you're making it real easy and reminding them of what the law reads. And it comes with the 800 numbers. HIPAA is there as well, the HIPAA privacy rule of 2003, with its own 800 number. And then, of course, TSA has approved walking canes for use during flight as part of carry-on or check luggage. And it has the TSA hotline. Now, we include this with certain canes, but you can also call and purchase. Those of us that travel all the time, it's a good idea to have it. It's the size of a credit card, and we put it right in your wallet. You can have it in your pocket, and it's a handy reference where you're facilitating things. No need to get agitated, with security personnel. Again, they're just doing their job. I know that this is going to bring about comments and questions, and we embrace it. We look forward to it. We love talking to you always. We're at 800-289-8188. Busy days for us here as the upcoming September Cobra Cane self-defense certification is coming up here in Miami, Florida. And so, guys, if you want to have a conversation about or anything for that matter, any service, any product, any way we can support you, my staff and I are here to do exactly that. If you just ran into us on this video, you want to go to AmericanCaneSelfDefense.com. That's where the world's finest canes are available for self-defense, for fitness, for spinning. And all training happens at CaneSelfDefenseUniversity.com. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep caning.